everybody, and welcome in to the Season 11 SFA College Football Playoff. That's right, the time we've been waiting for. 7 games left in Season 11 to crown a champion. Cannot wait for this to get going. We're starting out with our Cotton Bowl here. We have number 6, Clemson, the ACC champ, taking on number 3, the MAC champion, undefeated Buffalo, 13-0. Let me know if you can hear me. Perfect. Thank you, Dogwater. If you are not familiar with the SFA, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You guys can recruit, you can set depth charts, you can set schemes, you can participate in server games like gambling or Tutty Tally or BearCave, anything and everything, and compete for in-server rewards. We are affiliated on Twitch as well, so you might run into an ad or two. If you want to use a Twitch Prime subscription, that would be fantastic. Any and all revenue made from the Twitch goes directly into a national championship trophy for any of the coaches who end up winning the national championship. So we have 4 users who have a chance at it this season. Buffalo's our only user in this game, and we have Clemson here. And yeah, so we have a few disclaimers to go over before we get started. First up, though, is we have off-season strategies. If you won your bowl game yesterday, please DM me one of these 3 choices. And if you want the player card, tell me the state. If you want an overall, tell me the SFA player, and tell me what kind of ratings you would like to boost. They have to be position specific, or if you just want the recruiting budget, just DM me that. And right now, this is the list. So the guys with the name to the left, those are the ones I have. So I'm missing them from Rick, Llama, Pinstripe, Jay Jettas, Trog, Nick, myself, Ron, Flame, Dirty Bird, Cyrilax Bro, Dave, SW, Boar, whoever the Kansas State guy is, and Skyflyer. So please tell me those. And yeah, and for any of the off-season stuff like offers or anything, please be timely with your submissions. You will be holding up the off-season, and it will take longer and longer. If everyone takes a day or 2 to respond, then the off-season will end up lasting a few weeks. So let's hope that does not happen. Finally, if you look at the bottom here and you're wondering what that weird logo is, that's Patreon. So I've been designing a tier system or whatever for Patreon and for next season. Nothing changes about the base SFA experience for anyone who doesn't want to be a part of Patreon. So everything that happens currently in the SFA is is going to keep going. Obviously, will never be pay to win or anything. The tiers I will be showing at halftime throughout the CFP, and obviously let me know how you feel about them or whatever. Nothing's set in stone. We can talk about anything, but nothing is pay to win. But yeah, so let's get into this here. Big day. We have, obviously, we're going to do the Cotton Bowl first. Then coming up next is the defending national champions, Ohio State versus Cal. And so we'll see them start their title defense. But let's go through Clemson first and foremost. This team won the national championship back in Season 9, so 1 season removed. And they have Will Taylor, starting senior redshirt. This is the man who chased Andre Warfield over to Wyoming. 94 overall, 87 speed. Okay, Yui wants to see the offseason strats, sorry. There they are, player card, overall, recruiting budget. Okay, Will Taylor, 87 speed. He's had a decent season, 24-6. Obviously we weren't really high on Clemson this season. Their only loss coming to Georgia Tech by 16. But they have Will Shipley as well. And we all know Stanky Leg, he will not play. We might see him on a kickoff return or something. But he is entering the transfer portal. But Will Shipley, a 98 overall monster. And then Troy Stellato was on that championship roster a few years ago. Same was Dakari Collins. We are pretty familiar with those 2 guys. But now we also have Trent Freeman, Jeff Keys, Steve Brooks, And then Mark Foster here, some decent tight ends, pretty deep. And then on the offensive line, Bilbo Berkman is an SFA player. Watch out for him at left guard. Not as a dominant of an offensive line as you might think, so Buffalo might have an advantage there on their defensive line. But Chris Presley, 93 overall. This is where it gets scary. He's going to be going up right with Cam Pringle, I believe. And then you got Cade Denhoff, so 90-plus 90-plus guys all over the defensive line. And then in the middle, Peyton Page, Jason Battle, and then coming off the bench, Ryland Magnesium. I don't know how to say that, but he is an SFA player. And then at linebacker, Jeremiah Trotter, you got Martin Black, one of my favorite CPU-generated players. He clinched the national championship on that mid-screen against Emeka Ekbuka. If you guys remember that crazy finish. And then Sean Lambert as well. And then at corner, pretty deep class. Or no, it's not. We have only 2 guys here. So Robbie Wayne and Justin Cooper. And then it falls off a cliff. So this might be a big day for Antoine Randall in the slot. Because, look, he's 99 speed going up against 83 speed. So if they throw a few bombs, Ken London might be in trouble. Nice. Welcome in, Coach Revs. This is the perfect time to get in on your first live stream. Andrew Mukuba. Oh, man, these names are rough. But 84 overall, decent in the back. And then Aaron Williams. So not a lot of speed in this secondary. That could be an issue. So this very well could be a Antoine Randall game. Their kicker here, 78 overall. Let's see the stats. See if this is going to affect it. Okay, 99 kick power and 59 accuracy. That is not good. So this is basically Seabass on steroids. All right. So there's Clemson. Thing about Clemson is they are filled with high overalls, but they have a lack of depth. Now here we are with Buffalo, our first user today, Arch Manning, number 3 finisher in the Heisman race. He fantastic season. Unfortunately, you know, he ran into the best QB season of all time, so he only finished 3rd. If he gets hurt, we'll see Jason Garza, SFA player. And then Abdus-Salam is the second option. It's all Apollo Ames here. Even he is a game day guy. He always performs, breaks off a few long runs, so watch out for Apollo Ames. And then at wide receiver, Ty Schultz. He is a CPU-generated player. Crazy progression throughout his career. Antoine Randall is in the slot with that 98 speed. Calvin Tyrell, Pinstripe wanted the stats. Virtually the same year as his freshman year, just a couple more touchdowns, a lot less receptions because it is a very crowded room there, but a decent year nonetheless. Eric Decker as well is your 4th option. And then Jamari Gassett, you'll see on kickoff returns, he is the veteran. At tight end, Graham Roth actually transferred from Ohio State, and allowing Calvin Tyrell to go outside. And then on the offensive line, Leroy Malone. You got this guy, B.J. Stabler, who has a rushing touchdown on the year. Let's see if that happens again today. Townsend, and then Cam Pringle, the freshman All-American on the right-hand side. Michael Morse, former Team of the Year, former freshman All-American, 85 overall, only 2 sacks this year, so we'll see if he can get it going today. On the other side, this 4-star, this was a CPU-generated player as well. He's popping off, 4 sacks. And then in the middle, John Elevate, who's been facing injuries all year, he is back, and then Dozier as well, so that is a huge injury back on the team. Ray McNeil, SFA player, left outside linebacker. You've got in the middle, it's going to be Salas and Patrick Carey. And then on the outside, this is where it could get gross. On the other hand, you got 2 Jordans. George Jordan is the SFA player. He's playing really well this year despite being a 72 overall. He does have 2 interceptions and a pick 6 that we saw on stream, but lack of depth here as well. And then free safety, we have a dual threat of SFA players, the hard hitter Eddie Piper with 90 speed, and then Barney Fish, Team of the Year player, ball hawk. He only has 1 interception this season, though, no pick 6s, so we'll see if he can get it back this year. And then Brad Means is the kicker. Let's take a look. Not much kick power, better accuracy though, so if they get close, it's likely going in. So that is what we're rocking. Buffalo Pinstripe, what would you like for your jerseys? Got to get my thumbnail first and foremost. 95 overall to 81, but we know Buffalo as one of the only two undefeated teams in the country. The overall does not really matter. Buffalo trying to become just the third SFA coach to ever win a Cotton Bowl, alongside myself and Coach Flame. So what is the jersey? Welcome in, Mears. All blue. Okay. Yeah, this is probably going to be just like a kind of a typical. So all blue. Can we get? Yeah, we'll keep the white there. Okay, and then Clemson. Do we want to go something crazy here? They only have one helmet, so might as well. I think they have playoff white, or no? No. Okay, so we're going to go all white for them just because I can't see purple versus blue because I am colorblind. Welcome in. This is the SFA. We are starting the playoffs, so this is the first game. It's an online dynasty. We're entirely. Do you want Pinstripe? Do you want to do all orange? He said all orange. Okay, we'll do the orange. I'm fine with orange. It was the purple. Okay, so prediction-wise, we're not gonna. This is a game that's gonna be a lopsided prediction. It's just how it's gonna go. So we're gonna go an over/under for a game day game. So over/under is going to be 64.5 today. So get those Bobanos ready. So it's going to be 64 combined points, over 64.5 or under 64.5. So anything above 35-30 or under 35-30. Two big-time offenses. Get those Bobanos ready. Yeah, we always have open teams. At the beginning of the season, we normally have about 80 active. So if you want to come in, links are in our descriptions, attached to the channel. And this is like the perfect time to come in because you have a little bit of time to figure out how everything works before the season starts in a week or two. And you get to watch some great games. I put orange. Why is everyone freaking out? Also, I'm drinking energy drink. No food for me for this first game. All right. I mean, my keys to the game is really just going to be if Buffalo can stop the run defense. Will Shipley is a monster, and then that Antoine Randall, if he can have another big game like he did in the MAC championship, then Buffalo might be able to pull off the upset. So, as per usual, we always wait for the prediction to run out. Over, under. I would be taking the over here. I think this is going to be more like the Season 10 Citrus Bowl between Tennessee and Buffalo, where Buffalo has a fantastic offense. They're going to get their points, but then on the other end, Clemson probably is just going to run all over Buffalo's defense. So I don't think there's going to be many stops here today. Yeah, we have a full list in the server. Join the server, and we'll get you taken care of. Coach Rev in his red circle. That is that's Patreon. So yeah, we are adding a Patreon next season. Like I said at the start with the disclaimer, I'll go over the tiers at half times, but the main point is that it's the SFA you know and love right now will not change. It's always going to be free to play, no pay to win. Adding to the Patreon will just strictly be for coaches who want a much more in-depth and more content. All right, so here we go. A lot of money on the line here for the Bobanos, and the Cotton Bowl is starting. Oh boy, the CFP is officially on their way down in Dallas. Number one defense here. in points at least. That's interesting. And we have rain here in the Cotton Bowl in Texas. Oh, boy. This is our first ever Cotton Bowl in the rain. I thought this is in Jerry's World. Why is there rain in a dome? All right, the blue square is coming out to season 11 with a bang. We have rain in a dome. The blue square knows all. Rev, I'm telling you, this is what the blue square does. Buffalo and Clemson, raining in a dome. We might end up having to restart this because I already see 2 glitches. So if we get a black field glitch or something, obviously have to start the game. Obviously, this is a disclaimer as well. We are running this on revamped on a emulator. Unfortunately, they are not perfect. So if we get a crash, if we get something weird, I will have to either restart or from the beginning. Unless it's a complete blowout in the 4th quarter or headed into the 4th quarter, we will be restarting the full game. So Clemson loses the toss, so Buffalo is going to kick it off to start us out here in the Cotton Bowl. Means kicks us off, and we are underway. The CFP, here we go. 13-0 Buffalo versus 12-1 Clemson. Shipley gets ran over. You don't see that too often. All right, Will Taylor coming out to start. How is this game going to shake out? Clemson, they are CFP veterans. Will Taylor takes it himself. First play of the game, and he is running. He breaks the Eddie Piper tackle, and he breaks the Barney Fish tackle for 21 on the opening play. Quick option coming in clutch. That was Michael Morse chose the running back, but nobody was there to help with the QB. Interesting start for sure. Split back formation. Man in motion. Handed off the middle and a wide open hole. There goes Clemson. 2 plays and the lead. Touchdown, Brandon Charles. A huge start here for Clemson, picking up right where they left off in Season 9. 2 plays, 76 yards. That was fast. Welcome in, Nathan. That's pretty much exactly how the Cotton Bowl started last year between Texas A&M and in Houston. So hopefully Buffalo can keep up with them. Gamari Gassett gets back to the 20. So Arch Manning coming out here, his junior year. We don't know if he's declaring or not yet. Paulo Ames in the backfield. 81 is Calvin Tyrell. All right, they're throwing it here to start. And a completion, that's Ty Schultz, the #1 option on this team. Antoine Randall has the dreads. He's not on the field right now. Hand off Apollo Ames, his first carry, and he goes down. Ran into his offensive lineman there, and we are in a quick 3rd and 3. They are hurrying it up here, so I guess they like the defense they're in currently. 3rd and 3, Arch Manning. He floats that in. That's almost picked. Sean Lambert. So a 2-play touchdown and a 3-and-out for Buffalo. A dream start for Clemson and a nightmare for the Bulls. All right, Buffalo, they punt it out. We are going to get a return. This is Brandon Charles again. Nice tackle there by Barney Fish. All right, Clemson has a chance to extend this to a 2-score lead early. We have yet to see them throw it. Taylor, they're going to keep it on the ground. Shipley's first carry, and he's tackled. There you go, Eddie Piper in the backfield. He is a menace for this secondary. He always gets tackles all over the field, and he is a big hitter. He's going to need to have a fantastic game to corral these Tigers. Yeah, game day streams are always 9-minute quarters. BearCave games are 7-minute quarters. As we got Shipley up the middle again, he stiffies a man. 12 yards, first down. Thank you guys all for coming in the morning on a Saturday. Great time for some CFP action. This is the second day of our 5-day straight stream. As Will Taylor, he dumps it off, wide open man, and another first down. That's Trent Freeman. That is the tight end. Jerry Jones pumping in rain here in the indoors. Thank you. All right, Will Taylor, he's a QB draw. He has a ton of room on the outside, and it breaks the Eddie Piper tackle. Oh, boy. Matt Allen had to track him down. A second 20-plus yard run for Will Taylor. This rush defense is not showing up early. Clemson lost to Georgia Tech by 16, who is 5-7. So that's why they are the 6th seed. A tough loss. The committee didn't think that they were better than some of these other teams. As we get a touchdown, Trent Freeman to the tight end, and an early 2-score lead for Clemson, making a statement. No, I mean, Buffalo's played well all year, but once again, lack of competition, right, for G5 teams. Same thing with ECU. This is exactly how it was for ECU against Tennessee. We just could not stop the run. As we get a Antoine Randall return. So Buffalo in an early hole, but it's very early. We've seen comebacks from double digits down with less than 5 minutes left. We still have 3 quarters and a ton of time. We're only less than 3 minutes in, so Arch Manning has plenty of time here. Apollo Ames, though, does not even get back to the line. Clemson basically shot out of a cannon here to start the day. Got a handoff, and okay, Apollo gets a little bit back for it, but it's once again a 3rd and long, and they are running hurry up once again. Watch out for Antoine Randall up there with the dreads in the slot. Arch throws it. They're bringing a safety blitz. He dumps that off. There's a first down. Apollo Ames. Buffalo's first down on the day. Let's see if they can find some rhythm. Arch Manning's going to have to channel his season 10 MAC championship where he had 4 TDs. Arch's first carry, he does break 1. He breaks a second, and he gets 8. Trips left. Once again, hurrying it up. Quick option time. He flips it out. Apollo, here he goes. And, oh, what a poor decision by Apollo. He tried to cut outside, and he didn't get the first. If he would have just cut inside, that was an easy first down. So, potentially a big mistake here for Buffalo. And Arch takes off. Can he get there? He does! Calvin Tyrell tried to tackle him there. He doesn't want the star QB to take a hit. Welcome in, D-Sleep. Yeah, it looks like Buffalo may still be sleeping. That's all right. They're starting to wake up. And he throws that deep, and it's intercepted! He had Antoine Randall, but the safety steps right in front. Oh, massive mistake here early. Oh, man, this one could get out of hand. Clemson has a chance to now go up 3 scores. Hand it off. Here comes Will Shipley on the edge, and another first down here. All right, now we got some creative Wildcat, and that goes nowhere. So Jaron Salas with the tackle for loss. There you go. Some positive plays here for Buffalo. At this point, it's not about looking at the score. We have plenty of time. 2nd and 12. Handoff, that's Troy Stellato, I believe. He has a lot of room on the outside. Troy Stellato down the sideline for 38. And that's another missed tackle from Eddie Piper, the big hitter safety that they rely on so deeply. I think he's 1 for 4 on tackles. Yeah, right now Clemson's line is getting a big push. All right, Shipley up the middle. He reverses his field and brought down by Allen. Yeah, Buffalo has 2 linebackers coming in next season, so this team definitely going to get better. Handoff again to Shipley. Can they get the stop? They do. Michael Morse now helping out. 3rd and 2. Can Buffalo get off the field? This would be a big moral victory to show that you can get a stop, boost some confidence on this defense. 3rd and 2. What's the call? Looks like they might be going with another run. And yes, they are. Will Taylor, he flips it back. That's a fumble. Buffalo picks it up. A massive mistake here for Will Taylor. He thought he had a pitch man and nobody was there. Buffalo gets a massive break. Back-to-back turnovers. And they go quick option. That goes nowhere. Handoff here, Apollo Ames, and he goes down 3rd and 16. You want me to put in Zahir, Pin? Yeah, I guess that's a good point, Mears. Maybe they had the fire alarm going off, so we have some artificial rain pumping in, and there is a catch. No, out of bounds by Arch Manning, a 3 and out. All right, so Pinstripe already waving the white flag. I have to do a depth chart change, so give me a second here. Buffalo Bulls. He's already bailing on Apollo Ames. I don't understand it. All right. You're already bailing on your second best offensive player. Another 3 and out here for Buffalo, but they got the turnover, so that's nice. A little flip of the field position, hopefully. And Clemson, oh boy, they're going to get a big return here. They're going to start out at the 35. Already 183 yards of offense here in the first quarter alone. Hands it off, and Will Shipley, and that's a decent stop here for Buffalo. No matter how crazy your sliders are going to be, it's going to run the ball when it's even, at least a little bit. Second and 9. Will Taylor, here we go. Dumps that one off. It's a broken tackle. No, he stripped the ball. A big play there by Robinson, forcing a 3rd and long now. He broke the tackle, but he forgot the ball. 3rd and 9. Trips right. Can Buffalo get off the field? He throws that over the middle, and a huge hit by Eddie Piper. Dakari Collins hangs on. 1st down. Threatening the red zone once again. Quick option here. Will Taylor up the middle, and another decent chunk run. 9 yards this time. This defense needs to start taking the QB on the pitches. They keep going after the running back. Hand off the middle. No, it's a counter outside. Shipley to the goal line, and he's pushed out. 1st and goal. 8 first downs for Clemson to 2 from Buffalo. We got split set here. 1st and goal. They're running triple option again, and this time they bring him down. Salas again, his 4th tackle. 2nd and goal from the 3. Can Buffalo get a goal line stand? Watch out for the QB draw. There it is. Taylor, touchdown. 3-score lead here in the Cotton Bowl for Clemson. And it looks like early on, Coach Pinstripe forgot his bowl semen or on the plane, or the airline lost it or something, because they need to wake up. This first quarter has been pretty much a nightmare scenario so far. All right, let's get a nice return here. Start you off. Okay, broke tackle. 27, we'll take it. Dominance from this Clemson defense so far. Only 24 yards and an interception. But one of the most high-powered offenses in the country here. 2 wins over SEC teams. All right, there you go. Nice little throw to Eric Decker there. He's coming off an injury, but he's playing. 2nd and 3. That's what they need to do. They need to start relying on Arch. A nice little pocket again. Arch takes off, and he gets a beautiful block there from Abdus Salam, but he fumbles it in. Clemson recovers. Oh, my God. Could this get any worse? Arch Manning fumbles it on the sideline, and Martin Black, the middle linebacker, makes a huge play. Oh my God, and the play stands. What a terrible play. Oh my God. And nothing going right here for Buffalo. And God, dude, this scares me for my game, man. Oh, Lordy. Tragic is right, Wyo. That's one of those where it just fumbles and sits there on the line and they're recovered. Not even a review. Will Taylor once again up the middle. Buffalo, you got to start playing QB contain. The running back contain's not working. A crazy start to the game and the CFP here. All right, Clemson, they are throwing it, and another completion. That's Troy Stellato. So as we hit the end of the first quarter, the over-under is 64. We are well on our way there, and we're actually on pace. The over-under 64.5, and we're on pace for 84. So well on our way to hitting the over for those over-betters. 1st and 10 here, flipping the side. Shipley up the middle. There's a big hit for, but in one quarter, Clemson already up over 200 yards rushing. That is ridiculous. This might be worse than the Texas A&M rush defense. And Taylor up the middle, another touchdown, 4-score lead here for Clemson. The question is Clemson now And we get a missed extra point. Holy shit, that's the first time we've ever had a missed extra point in a game day game or a stream or anything live. Oh my god. A missed extra point. When will you ever see that? All right, guys. Stop talking shit. Come on, just let the score speak for itself. It's all good. Arch Manning here on the edge. A nice throw to Antoine Randall there. Mango's calling the extra point as the momentum shifter. They're going to need a big play here, and they need to stop turning the ball over. Arch again, he gets sacked. Chris Presley this time. Welcome in, B-Dog. Yeah, it's been quite the first quarter. Just a little bit of recap. Clemson, first drive, 2 plays and a long touchdown. Then a 3-and-out and another touchdown. Then Arch threw an interception. Buffalo ended up getting a fumble turnover, though. And then Clemson scored on that. And then just recently, Arch Manning fumbled on the sideline, unfortunately. And then Clemson got a TD, and then they missed an extra point. 4th and 8 now. All right, Clemson takes back over at the 50-yard line. Will Taylor here. He just decides to run it again. He stiffies one man, Michael Morris on the tackle. Only 4. Averaging over 8 yards a carry. Will Taylor making a great case right now to improve those CFP odds for MVP. We are also looking for our first repeat national champion in SFA history. Still has not happened. Oh boy, there you go. There's a sack. Michael Morse, the Team of the Year captain, player, makes a big play there. Third and 12. 4 wide receivers to the left-hand side. Can Buffalo get off the field? He tossed that out. Oh boy, Troy Stellato, and they collapse on him. 4th down. Buffalo's going to get the ball back. No going for it here for Clemson. Up 4 scores. And, oh, lordy, and that barely trickles in. That could have been dangerous for Buffalo. Yeah, so BearCave results will be tallied on Tuesday. That's when Pinstripe said that they would be out. So don't pay attention to anything anyone says about the results until we get the official. As we get another sack here on Arch Manning. He's just going backwards. Cade Denhoff this time. A destructive first half so far for Clemson. Martin Black there in the middle. Arch Manning dumps this one off. There's Antoine on the outside. He gets 5 yards. Arch hasn't really been able to stretch the field because he's been under so much pressure. When he does get it out, he's 5 for 8. Not much yards, though. Thanks, Mir, for the subscription. You're helping fund a national championship trophy, which does not look like it's going to Buffalo this year, unfortunately. Martin Black with the pass deflection as another 3-and-out for Buffalo. I can assure you most of our game day streams, the one later, will be better than this. Welcome in, Ron. You've missed a lot. It's not been a great quarter and a half starting in the Cotton Bowl here. Even Houston put up a better fight last year. Will Taylor. Wide open man. Troy Stellato again. A big hit there from Eddie Piper. Coach Pinn already on the sideline looking for the nearest flight back to Buffalo. Shipley up the middle. He finds some room and another first down. Clemson running at will here today. Very creative rushing game, I will say. Lots of misdirection, lots of tosses, lots of read options. 1st and 10, Taylor. He's throwing that to the outside. Another first down, Troy Stellato. A lot of playoff experience also on this Clemson side. Winning the Season 9 National Championship. Buffalo, this is their first appearance and second even postseason appearance for any of these players. As Will Shipley up the middle. Clemson breaks 30. Breaks 30. And this is currently the biggest blowout we've ever seen on a game day stream as of right now. We've never seen something this lopsided. Clemson won it in Season 9. This is Season 11. Ohio State won it last year. You might think that Clemson is now the favorite to win, but Ohio State has been to 3 straight national championships. They lost 2 of them. They lost to Clemson, and then they won last year against Michigan State. So Ohio State is still the favorite. Let's see, can Buffalo, we just got to enjoy this now as we get a stiffy from Arch. It's all about enjoying the moment, enjoying the experience. These are memories that will last a lifetime for these players. Don't even look at the score. Oh boy, and there is a drop on a first down attempt. This has just been a nightmare first half for Buffalo. Pretty much nothing has gone right. 3rd and 1. Hands it off here. Abdus. He does break a tackle. There you go. He finds some room. He breaks another. Zahir Abdus Salam, who's been a team player. He lost starting job a year ago, but he's still been a loyal backup. Didn't hit the transfer portal. 1st and 10. Buffalo. There's Ty Schultz. And all right, so Buffalo's starting to cook here. Just need to put a good drive together. Arch. There's Calvin Tyrell, his first catch on the day. He's been deathly quiet. To be fair, this entire offense has been dormant. Mears, the more questions, the better. Feel free to put them here. When we're down by so much, I typically tend to make it a much less official and more conversation-wise in the stream because, you know, obviously the product on the field isn't eye-popping as Abdus Salam here, and it's a 3rd and long. But yeah, the more questions, the more answers you get. It is kind of overwhelming at first when you join, but it is so much fun when you get it down and know what's going on. And yeah, you can see your roster. We have a full roster video on our YouTube with timestamps. 3rd and 11 here. Arch, oh my God, somebody just murdered a man. How did Arch Manning get up here? Oof, CTE. As we are getting a punt here inside the 44 Buffalo, 4th and 14, way out of field goal range. This is, can they pin them deep though? And no, does not get a nice bounce. Let me know what you guys are drinking or eating this morning. I'm not a coffee drinker. I have an energy drink. I'm on the West Coast, so it is an early morning for me. As we get a broken tackle, Will Shipley. Nice hit there from Patrick Carey, the senior. This is his last game. Nick's eating watermelon. Oh boy, that's going to piss off some people. Dogwater, what flavor prime? The primes are okay, but the one that tastes like the ice pop or the bomb pop, that thing is so good. Yeah, same with me, Yui. Not much sleep for me. Was getting everything set up here. As, oh my God, Patrick Carey just laid the wood on Troy Stellato. There's a big play for the senior. 3rd and inches now. How did that ball not come out? Hey, that's the way it should be, Wind. Make your wife bring you breakfast in bed. You know, it's the SFA, CFP, basically Christmas. 3rd and inches. Oh, dude, I like the energy drinks. I've never had the lime one, though. Is Will Taylor, 3rd down, and a wide open pitch, man. Will Taylor has a lot of room. Or this is Shipley down the sideline. Can Barney Fish get there? And he pushes him out inside the 5. Will Shipley for 67. This game is just going from bad to worse, and Zach said it best. It's Buffalo over. This will probably... Yeah, that saves the highlight for sure, Pin. You're exactly right. 1st and goal here for Clemson. Hands off, Shipley up the middle. Touchdown, Clemson, as they extend the lead to 40. Ron, we need to ban MAC teams from the playoff. I just want to say is that anybody who just put Buffalo over ECU solely based off record, just take a look at the bottom line here, buddy. That's all I have to say. Yeah, exactly, Dogwater. But, I mean, Buffalo 100% deserved to be here. It's just one of those things. You run into a fantastic team in Clemson, who's been firing on literally every cylinder since that Georgia Tech game. They've beaten, you know, Syracuse. They beat, oh my God, a massive hit. He can't even do anything about that. He's hit before the ball even leaves his hand. D-Sleep picked up a cupcake. That's hilarious. Oh, I know, but I mean, Ron, I'm pretty confident against Baylor. It's not going to be as bad as 41-0, so that's why I'm throwing it out there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose, but I'm confident we can show up more than 41-0. As Arch, what are you doing here? And he breaks a tackle. He's still there, and he gets hit. He was well across the line of scrimmage, so that's why he wasn't throwing it, as Buffalo just wants to take this back to halftime. Now, what are the odds that that we got Buffalo with 6 straight touchdowns in the second half? Let's see it happen. Epic comeback. We're going to keep the starters in it because it's playoffs. Injuries are so rare. And, you know, I don't want seniors on Buffalo's team to you know, just stop their careers. And then also in terms of the college football playoff MVP and our cover athlete for season 12, just because it's a blowout, it'd be unfair for Clemson starters to come out. So no, we're going to let them run up the score. But thank you guys all for watching. Despite the score, it means a lot. I know when the games get a little wild. So we're going to get a Hail Mary here to end the half. Will Taylor, he is yamming it. And It's caught by Troy Stellato! A Hail Mary to beat Boston College. Another one at the end of the half here in the Cotton Bowl adds insult to injury. Buffalo go into halftime down 48-0. My God. Just utter destruction, and that 86 points from Zach might not be so bad. Clemson might get the cover by themselves, but we are at halftime here, and we are going to debut some of the tiers for Patreon. There's only 3 of them. The first one's really simple. It's just for anyone who wants to support. They don't really care about additional things or whatnot. If you want to support us, great. If you don't, great. Completely up to you. Tier 2, this is where it gets fun. SFA Plus, we are having a additional game day each week. It's going to be a watch party. Patrons will get to decide that game. It is going to be a lower tier game. I'm never going to let the Patreon game take over from BearCave or game day quality. And then we will have an additional BearCave game as well, decided by Patreon. They get to decide the spread and everything. You also get committee meeting first choice. And then also the night before games, you will get to see Results Sim live for any non-stream games. However, I may have to take this one away. If you guys leak stuff, I will kick you off of the Patreon. So I have a full post on the Patreon page that will go in depth into each one. Tier 3 will go for the second game here. Obviously, any questions, direct at Dogwater. I've been working with him on this a little bit, so he should be able to answer some questions right now as we start this second half here in the Cotton Bowl. Don't look at the score. Just have a good time, Buffalo. Those are the words you got to spit there at halftime. Cannot believe they hit. The Patreon is not live yet, Mears. So it's going to be debuting. The link will be posted when the new league year starts after recruiting in the off season. So sometime next week. Yeah, at this point for Buffalo, it's about breaking that 0. Because we've also never had a... that's an interception. Oh, Lordy. Game going bad to worse here for Arch Manning. Complete blunder, Robbie Wayne interception. Hey, you know what, though? If you're going to lose a game, might as well be in the most epic fashion in SFA history. Why not, right? Will Taylor. Like, if you're going to lose a game, it might as well be 86 like Zach. It might as well be the biggest one ever, right? Flame can honestly say he's never experienced this type of a loss. All right, 1st and 10 inside the 30. The question now is, can Clemson cover by themselves? The line is 64.5. The over-under. The spread should have been 64.5. Let's be honest. That's why this game's prediction we went with over-under. I had a feeling something like this could happen. Troy Stellato. See, Pin, that's what I'm telling you. People always try to roast when you're at your lowest. You know, just take it. Better days ahead. You have the CFP bid. You could get promoted next year. So, Clemson's a fantastic team. There's no shame in being here. This is basically like exactly what happened to Houston last year. They just had a few more plays, but they still lost by like 30. Yeah, exactly. Get boomed into the history books. All right, Will Taylor to the end zone. Touchdown. Jeff Keys, Clemson up to 55. How high can they go? 9.5 points from covering the over-under by themselves. Any new viewers? We typically have a lot closer games. Clemson has a chance here. Did we just miss another extra point? Oh my God, that's 2 missed extra points for Clemson today. That 50 accuracy for that kicker is abysmal. Okay, so when 500 yards, holy shit. So when Clemson likely faces Ohio State, we need to watch out for that field goal kicker. All right, Buffalo. Can they do something positive? They just need to get some points here. Who cares about the final score? We need to get a touchdown or two. Yeah, and Man's winded on the amount of extra points he's had to kick. Man's out there like every play. Yeah, right. Antoine Randall, he has been a non-factor. It's really because of this defensive line. Arch Manning, these routes can't develop. No time for the receivers to get down the field or test the speed of this secondary. Just a beautiful game plan here for Clemson. 3 turnovers as well does not help. Hey! Awesome. Thanks, Mears. Gifting a sub to Pinstripe. That's a big W for him. Oh, we got a big play here. That's Eric Decker down the sideline. No fumble this time. Let's go. Big play for Buffalo. Uninterrupted for Pinstripe. First and 10 here. Threatening the red zone. The best drive of the day for Buffalo. Can they get on the board? They're bringing a blitz. Dumps that off. Eric Decker again. Plenty of time. 15 minutes left. Plenty of time to get some touchdowns. All right, broken tackle. Abdus, can he do something? A stiffy? 9 yards. Or 5 yards. Buffalo starting to wake up. I think the rain got in their head for sure. Hand up the middle. No, for sure, the Buffalo rebuild has been the hardest job in the country. Yeah, easily. Biggest turnaround we've ever seen. And it's only realistic for the rebuild pin for your first year. Like last year you made it to a bowl game, great. This year you went way above expectations, made it to the CFP, won a few of those close ones, overtime games to stay undefeated. It's only right, you know, in the process of your rebuild that you're gonna have an epic failure like this and regress back to the mean. But maybe in the next couple of years they'll be able to get that promotion. Except now, Pinstripe's gonna be begging not to go to the SEC or the ACC because they'll have to face Clemson. Yeah, I thought that 64.5 was pretty good. It would be really low for a BearCave style game, I think, but for game day, we really don't typically see super high scoring games super often. 3rd and 18. And that's going to be, oh my God, almost a pick 6. Terrible day here for Arch. Are they going to go for it or are they kicking? All right. Buffalo is going for their first points of the day. The kick is up, and it's good. Buffalo avoids the shutout. That's making the highlight vid. Got to get some positive Buffalo plays in there. Oh, dear. I kind of felt like something like this could happen when the backup running back ran it for 60 yards on the opening play. Yep, exactly. Against what was that, Oregon State? That one was embarrassing. At least this is to a natty champ. So our only active user on the right-hand side of the bracket does look like they are going to lose here today. So it looks like there will be a CPU team in the national championship, either Ohio State, Cal, or Clemson. And you know what? Tennessee, Iowa State, myself, and Baylor. I'm very scared of Clemson now. The way this offense is playing, and the defense. Oh lordy, this is not going to be good if we have to play him in the Natty. So let's hope Ohio State can take them out, because we know that they're beatable. How did Mike beat this team? Rev the game will typically throw up a stat thing. I'm not going to stop it till the end, but at the end we do go through every stat for you, especially in the CFP games, because I need all the stats to be recorded on stream. That way I can go back through and judge who's going to be our cover athlete for Season 12. So if Clemson wins the national championship, I mean, Will Taylor's had a great game. Wildcat now, Shipley, he gives that to Dagari Collins. We got a fumble, and there's a turnover. The second fumble of the game. John Elevate, the SFA player, recovers. All right, so Buffalo now. Oh boy, Buffalo. Don't sleep on Buffalo. Is it too late? Absolutely. Martin Black having a decent day. All right, Arch, he's yamming this one. Deep, a wide open man! There he is! Ty Schultz, touchdown, Buffalo! Finally, some life here from the Bulls. It's a little bit too late, but we can only dream. Pulling Buffalo back in here. Extra point is up, 54-10. Saving everyone in reverse sheep right now. Nobody predicted a spread of 54, so down to 44 is a little bit more palatable. All right, so the Buffalo Bulls, Clemson has 539 yards of offense through 3 quarters. Hey, it's only a 6-score game. All right. Oh, my God. That's stiffy on Barney. Will Shipley himself has 150 on the ground, averaging just under 10 yards a carry. Quick option now. They flip it to Shipley. He breaks another Barney Fish tackle. He's down the sideline. Will Shipley has all the room in the world. Touchdown, Clemson. The dreams of a comeback are over. A 60 burger, and there's the over. What a game for Clemson. Even though they have 4 less points, I'm pretty sure. Can anyone confirm the record for game day? It is Texas A&M at 65 last year, right? But this is the most dominant playoff game we've ever seen, and we've seen some dominant ones over the seasons. Yeah, look at those splits. My God. All right, well, Buffalo's offense has woken up, so maybe we'll get an entertaining last 12 minutes here. Yeah, B-Dog, it's been quite a game. Oh, my God. Arch Manning's head taken off again. This time, Peyton Page. And to be fair, like, this isn't even like it's like Buffalo's offense has been that terrible. Like, yeah, they have 3 turnovers and a lot of 3-and-outs, but Like, the defense for Buffalo's done nothing. You got to blame this on the defense. We got a screen pass for Abdus Salam, and there's a tackle, 3rd and 12. The Rex Beavers come up at TAMU next year is going to be disgusting. You guys are all going to hate them so much. 3rd and 12. Over the middle, all right. And first down, they give them the ball spot. Thank you, Zebras. The dream season for Buffalo is coming down. He's not a true tight end. Like, that's his preferred position, but he also can play quarterback. Yeah, Ron. I gotta rate this stream rated R because of for murder and abuse of animals for the Bulls. 5 for 12, 3rd and 9. Seats are already empty here. And they dump that off to the fullback and Shedrick Rogers for 4. 4th down. Are they going to go for it? No, they are punting. Arch 20 for 27, 1 TD, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. I mean, which he might be missing out on a good tight end, but then again, his biggest need and the reason why he sucked this year was quarterback. Remember, he lost 1 to graduation, I think 3 to the transfer portal, so you cannot blame him. Taylor dumps that one off, and a big hit there. Oh, there it is. Yui came down to support Buffalo just like she supported Arizona in the Pac-12 championship. This one, though, a little bit worse of a game. Running for Taylor, and again, Allen on the tackle. Those DNs are really good at helping the second and third levels. All right, so as we enter the 4th quarter here in the Cotton Bowl, 61-10. Tough scenes here for the Buffalo fans who made the trek all the way down to Texas. I mean, obviously, happy to be here. They never thought playing in the stadium, they do. You know what? Yeah, scored TD in the CFP. Pretty dope. Also, the biggest blowout, but, you know. Look at the positives as we're yamming it down the middle, and that one's dropped. Both Barney Fish and Eddie Piper on the same guy there. That's only the 2nd incompletion for Will Taylor as they're getting off the field. No, this is for sure the biggest blowout. We've never seen a 51-point deficit on a stream. All right, 1st and 10 for Buffalo. What can they do? Bobbing us after the game. Arch Manning. I don't want my cursor to come on the screen or miss something. Still got to make a highlight video for this. Or a low light video, I guess. Arch dumps that off. There you go. Oh my God. What happened to that defender? As always, stick with us here. After this game, immediately following will be the what is that? It's going to be the Sugar Bowl. We're going to go over to Louisiana to the Superdome. Hopefully there's no rain in that dome. Between the defending national champions, number 2 Ohio State and number 7 Cal. And the freshman quarterback, Chad Blunt, makes his CFP debut as we get another Calvin Tyrell sighting. As, oh my God, I thought he was going to fumble there. So Buffalo putting up some effort here in the last bit of the game. Not going down without at least trying to score a couple touchdowns as Paulo Ames. Yeah, Mean said it best, is that Jerry Jones is testing the fire prevention systems because he knew this game would be bad. That's what I was saying, Sved, is that I should have, instead of over-under, I should have put it as a 64.5 point favorite. There's definitely bad luck. That arch fumble was bad luck. Oh, Mears. Okay, Mears. That arch fumble is carbon copy of why. And up the middle, they do convert on 4th down inside the 10 now for Buffalo. Handoff. Salam on the outside. Martin Black again. Another tackle for loss. 2nd and goal. Quick option time now. Arch gets hit again. Martin Black again. Yeah, you're right. This is Georgia TCU pretty much. Third and goal. It's a great story, but, you know, the CFP is normally where the fun season stories go to die. Cincinnati, TCU, you know. 4th and goal from the 13. Manning drops back, and he trips over the running back, and that is just a microcosm of today's game. Arch went for the spin cycle there. Never seen that before. That's, once again, Pin, example of bad luck. Quick option, and they're finally starting to go with the QB contain. Michael Morse, captain. He's had an all right day. So, yeah, Stanky Leg, who's on this roster currently, could get his 2nd ring, never playing, and then going to somebody else. But, yeah, Stanky Leg, one of our spotlight transfers. And tosses that one out to Shipley. He gets 8. Next up is the Sugar Bowl between number 2 Ohio State versus number 7 Cal in the CFP debut for freshman Chad Blunt. Everyone hates Cal for some reason. I love that team, so I'm rooting for Cal hard. But the last 3 or 4 CFPs have been dominated by Ohio State. So the defense decided to show up here in the 4th quarter. Forced a couple punts now. And surprisingly, Buffalo has ran more plays than Clemson, but has about 350 less yards. Or 350. Pin, you might want to try yourself a glass of Latina juice. You guys need it desperately. All right, so they're starting to find some nice room here. Yeah, Mears said it best. It's the exponential growth of this Buffalo team, who 2 seasons ago I think was like 3-9. Last year they won the MAC and lost a bowl game. They are still looking for that first career bowl game win. Lost to Georgia Southern last year, but then they went perfect this year. Lost in the Cotton Bowl. Just one of those things. Pin, I've been an alcoholic for a long time because of the SFA. As we get a beautiful throw there to Antoine Randall. Season 8 through season 10 ECU broke me. I'm in the same spot though. 1st and 10, and the BJ Stabler. You love to see it. Buffalo loves to cheat the system and bring out the center rush. They're the only team who's ever done it, and they've now done it twice, so it might be something with Stabler. Probably something funky with the import of the player, obviously. He wants his 2nd touchdown of the season. Give it to him again. It must be something in the file with how I copied him over or whatever, because he's an SFA player. Oh my God, Arch almost did something special there. Martin Black, though, a sack. Martin Black having a fantastic game. He forced that fumble on Arch as well. Leader of this defense, clinched them a national championship as a true freshman. Love me some Martin Black. Second and goal, only 4 minutes left. Arch dumps that one off to Roth, the former Ohio State Buckeye. 3rd and goal. Can Buffalo finally get back into the end zone here? 38 passes for Arch. Hands it up to Abdus Salam, and that's Denhoff just destroying him. 96 overall, nothing you can do. Fourth and goal. Throws that, and caught by Ty Schultz. Gets Buffalo up to 17, his 2nd TD of the day. Hey, Pin, what happened to not hating your players when they do something bad or don't do something, huh? Remember, that's what you said after the Bo Wallace play. Oh yeah, Buffalo is winning the 2nd half, huh? It was 48-0 at halftime, so what is that? 17-13? Yeah, Buffalo's winning the 2nd half. Good call, Ron. So, hey, you know what, Pin? Whatever you said at halftime worked. You outscored them. You played the better 2nd half. We'll take that one to the bank. It was just that 1st half that was rough. Oh, boy, another fumble, but this time Bilbo Berkman recovers it. Buffalo just laying hits all over the field today. Fumbles galore here. And we're floating this one out wide open, man, but he goes out of bounds. A little over a minute left here in the Cotton Bowl. 61-17. Clemson has a chance, though, to break the score record for a game day game with a touchdown here. 2nd and 1. Hands it off. There's Will Shipley up the middle, and Eddie Piper again. Looks like Skooks drumming of Houston will remain the highest individual score in SFA game day history. Clemson hands it off. Shipley up the middle. He breaks one, and he gets tripped up. He got stuck in there. Last play of the game, it seems. Second and goal. Shipley, and he is stacked up by Barney Fish. So Buffalo will officially win the second half. But as we hit triple zeros here in the Cotton Bowl, Clemson dominates for 60 minutes and sends the dream season Buffalo team packing back home. Coach Penn, great season, but the playoff is for the contenders, and Clemson is looking for their second title. What a game. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 highlights I need from this game. God damn it. That is going to be a monster video I have to make today. So, good season. And we will be back for the next game here in about 5 to 10 minutes. A shocking first result today. But thank you guys all who watched this drumming. I know blowout games are no fun, but they happen every now and then. Still, the CFP is so much fun. Hype, hype, hype for the next game for sure. So we got the Sugar Bowl. Once again, coaches, if you won a bowl game this year, please send me your off-season strategy. All right, we're gonna go deeply into these stats because they all are gonna count for the CFP MVP for Clemson. So I mean, it was all Clemson. 3 touchdowns in that first quarter. They had 27 in the third quarter. But yeah, Buffalo won the end of the game here. Player stats, will go through Buffalo first. Arch Manning, 31-39, not that bad. 2 terrible mistakes, though, through the air. Same thing rushing. He did have that fumble. Paulo Ames didn't do anything. Offense, 10 receptions for Antoine Randall. He was around there, just nothing deep. Ty Schultz had the one big touchdown and the other one. Blocking, Calvin Tyrell, 13 pancakes out wide. And then Eddie Piper, 15 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. How many forced fumbles? He had 2 forced fumbles. Michael Morris had a sack. But really, this defense just got ran all over. Kicking, Foster, 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Nicely done. All right, so Will Taylor, 20 of 22, 228 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then on the ground, 257 alone for Shipley. He had 3 touchdowns as well. He might be on his way for a cover athlete. Taylor had 82 and 2 touchdowns as well. He had a fumble, so both had fumbles. Dakari Collins had a fumble. Charles, 1 carry, 56 yards. Delicious. Troy Stellato caught the Hail Mary. Tight end, or the wide receivers and tight ends, they really didn't need to throw it that much. And then on blocking, Bilbo Berkman, 3 pancakes. Martin Black, leader of this defense, had a sack and was at a forced fumble. Not sure why it's TB. Presley had 4 sacks for Chris Presley. Holy shit. All right, so we might need to watch him. He might be on a JT Tuilamoa type of a streak here. So Chris Presley going crazy, 4 sacks. Walter Hearns, who's a quarterback playing a corner, I guess, for them. That's crazy. Denhoff had a sack, 4 tackles for loss. Wayne had an interception. Mukaba had an interception. 7 of 9 extra points. So he was 7 of 9. Not too bad for Michael Swain. And then returning, and there it is. All right, we got to make sure we get our players of the game. Ty Schultz and Eddie Piper, and then Will Taylor and Chris Presley. So they think Will Taylor had the better game. Good game for Buffalo. Great season. 13-1. Nothing to be upset about. All right, so it will take me about 5 minutes here to get the next game set up, and we will be right back. Thank you for watching.